Hi Taurus! I'm going to rank the signs you are traditionally most compatible with, and I'm going to give you a super easy trick to use. Two of the most fundamental secrets behind how astrologers actually make compatibility determinations, so that you can do this for yourself. After this video, you'll have some actionable tools to start figuring out how compatible you are with every person you meet. First, we'll go through the signs that are most compatible with you, and then I'll explain a bit about how it can still work out even with the signs that didn't make the top of the list. So to begin, one of the easiest shorthand tricks astrologers use to determine compatibility is by considering the elements associated with the signs in question. The doctrine of classical elements, fire, earth, air, and water, was first established by the Greek philosopher Empedocles circa 450 BC. Each of the four elements was assigned 3 zodiac signs, and Taurus is Team Earth. Earth signs are classically said to be most compatible with water signs and with other earth signs. Astrologers also use classical geometric principles to determine which signs have the most harmonious relationships. These principles were established by the Greek-Egyptian mathematician and astrologer Ptolemy during the 2nd century CE. Signs which are 180 degrees apart, opposite to each other in the zodiacal wheel, often have a special affinity for each other. It's the classic notion that opposites attract. Your opposite sign is Scorpio. These opposite signs develop a synergistic balance between them, and they tend to make a great pair. There's a very fated energy with these two. They often form deep and life-changing attachments. Even if they don't stay together, their relationship is still formative and deeply significant in some way. These are the people who have a very strong impact on you for better or worse. Because you're diametrically opposed, you have different but complementary traits, meaning each person has what the other person lacks. The key to making this pairing work is to appreciate the other person because they're different from you. It can sometimes be tempting to feel like they're an opponent when they don't do everything your way. But if you're open to learning from their perspective and allowing for some give and take, this can be one of the most rewarding matchups in the zodiac. With this pair, there can even be a sense of finding the missing puzzle piece or completing each other. The ancient Greeks who developed these astrological compatibility systems believed in the possibility of soulmates. In Plato's 4th century BC Symposium, he writes about how the gods originally created humans with 2 heads, 4 arms, and 4 legs. Zeus, the king of the gods, fearing his new creation would be too powerful and pose a potential threat to his rule, decided to weaken us. He threw down thunderbolts to split us all in half, so that humans physically appear as we do today with only 1 head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. The thing is, our original form only had 1 soul, meaning that once we were split, each person contained only half of their soul. Hence why we spend every lifetime here on Earth searching for our other half. We suffer the pain of separation and feel the strong desire to merge once again with our soulmate. The good news is that astrology can help you find that person, and it is often one of your core 6 most compatible signs. The signs which are 60 degrees apart from your sign in the zodiacal wheel are typically also an excellent match. These are Cancer and Pisces. With these signs, you understand each other very well and have a good chance of working through any challenges that come up. You will likely feel that a relationship with one of these signs is particularly easygoing, cooperative, and supportive. Taurus and Cancer are an especially excellent match. Combining both of your kind and nurturing energies has the potential to manifest a beautifully lush and comfortable life for the two of you. Taurus and Pisces, of course, also make a great team. Pisces' empathetic and imaginative qualities complement your gentle patience and creativity. One way or another, every water sign has something lovely to offer you. Think about what happens when we combine the earth element with the water element in the natural world. If we want the earth in our garden to grow beautiful flowers, we water it. The parts of our earth which see the most rainfall are also the most fertile and abundant. Think of how much life a rainforest supports as opposed to the dry earth of a desert. So you may find that water signs help you truly manifest your full potential. Comment what signs you typically get along with best, Taurus. I'm interested to hear about your own experience. And please subscribe. I would be so happy to have you with me. So now we'll talk about your fellow Earth signs. Earth with Earth is considered to be a good match because of course it's the same and therefore there's no elemental contradictions, which may destabilize your typically steady constitution, as may sometimes be the case with the more unpredictable fire or air elements. The two other Earth signs are Virgo and Capricorn. With these signs 120 degrees apart from yours in the zodiacal wheel, you will usually get along like a house on fire. You can have a lot of fun with one of these two signs. Virgo's expertise and efficiency paired with the Taurian eye for quality can make for a great duo. Virgo can help you bring about the most perfect vision of the life you wish to create. Taurus and Capricorn are both very dedicated. Capricorn's solid planning and structured approach to life will have you feeling secure and well cared for. I'm not necessarily going in the exact order of which signs I think are most compatible with you. There's some debate among professional astrologers as to whether the signs that are 120 degrees apart from yours, or the signs that are 60 degrees apart, or 180 degrees are better matches. In my astrological practice, I actually see all of the above being true in different contexts. If you want to know the exact order of how I would rank your compatibility prospects, this is my list of the signs I typically see being most harmonious with yours in real life experience, in descending order, with number 1 being the most compatible. But it's kind of splitting hairs. There are good chances for a very positive relationship with any one of your top 6 most compatible signs. Next, we have Taurus with another Taurus. When you have two people with the same sign, there's generally a good sense of understanding. You get where each other is coming from and what makes each other tick. And that can be very positive for long-term relationships because there's a built-in intuitive sense of shared experience. No two Taurians are exactly the same, but you will share enough similar characteristics that you should be on the same general wavelength. The downside with two of the same sign is that it can be like too much of a good thing. There's sometimes not enough differing energies to create a healthy balance. I would advise this pair to put some energy into the areas of life you tend to neglect or things that aren't your strong suits, so that you aren't missing anything important. For example, Taurus is a beautifully patient energy, always taking a slow and steady approach. But two Taurians together may sometimes wind up being too patient and not sense the urgency to act quickly in certain situations. Try to consider any parts of life which your energies aren't naturally suited for and come up with solutions for how to deal with those necessities. Maybe you two need a fire sign friend who can hurry things along at times or prod you into action when necessary. Speaking of fire, now we'll get into the part of the video where we talk about the other two elements in the zodiac, fire and air. These are not traditionally as compatible with earth signs like Taurus, with the exception of the fire sign Leo and the air sign Aquarius. These signs are 90 degrees apart from you in the zodiacal wheel. In terms of astrological geometry, this is a challenging but still reasonably viable alignment for compatibility. While there can be some tension in these pairs, they also offer a galvanizing or catalytic effect. Leo pushes and challenges Taurus to be the best you can be, encouraging you to develop your strength and personal power. Leo can be pretty demanding of Taurus at times, and you may feel like you're consistently in a supportive role and they're the one who gets all of the glory. But both of these signs love the luxurious side of life, and even if Leo gets all the attention, they will often turn around and shower you with fancy things to express their gratitude for your support. Their love language is over-the-top gestures that make you feel like a queen or a king, and that's something the opulent side of Taurus might appreciate. Aquarius wants to make the world a better place. Their values are very important to them, and Taurus is also a sign that is concerned with what is valuable in life. So you can find a connection there. However, Aquarius may be a bit too theoretical and idealistic for Taurus at times. You are much more interested in the practical and tangible. You may find the Aquarian need to intellectualize and consider things through a logical lens to be irritatingly cold and dispassionate. My advice is to clearly communicate your emotional and physical needs with your Aquarius. Air signs respond best to talking things things out in a rational way. They're not going to inherently always understand what makes you comfortable as an earth sign, so you need to tell them, and then they're usually pretty reasonable about trying to fulfill that. If you find they seem a bit disconnected emotionally, the way to get them re-engaged with you is through talking, stimulating their mind in some way. The rest of the fire and air signs have no significant classical geometric or elemental alignment with your sign, meaning that your energies have no fundamental association, and therefore these are the signs you will tend to struggle at developing a harmonious connection with the most. The fire signs Aries and Sagittarius, and the air signs Gemini and Libra. Think about how Earth interacts with fire and air in the natural world. If you subject Earth to extreme heat, the Earth bakes and becomes dry, brittle, and infertile. What does a wildfire do? It kills all the life that the Earth has produced. Fire signs can leave you with that scorched earth kind of feeling, where you may feel overwhelmed and sort of exhausted by their more extreme energies. You might need a nap after dealing with a fire sign. Meanwhile, what happens when we add air to Earth? Well, strong winds can cause the erosion of Earth. In extreme cases, cyclones or tornadoes can pick up pieces of Earth and throw them around. Either way, air can have a destabilizing or deleterious effect on Earth. Does that mean a relationship with one of these four is doomed? No, it just means that you will have extra hurdles to overcome with these signs in comparison to more compatible signs. Probably the most important thing to note in this entire video is that these sign comparisons are just the tip of the iceberg. They are barely scratching the surface of what a true comprehensive compatibility reading with a professional astrologer looks like. For example, a full compatibility consultation with me takes about an hour, and this is what I'm looking at. The one sign we typically identify as in colloquial terms, like our sun sign or our rising sign, is just a fraction of what astrologers are considering in compatibility readings. We're taking all these other relevant details into account as well. To truly judge compatibility and offer the best tools to build a successful relationship, we need to consider how every point in your unique birth chart aligns with everything in the other person's chart. That said, for obvious reasons, it would be impossible to cover the entirety of such a complex topic in a short video like this. We have to start somewhere simple. So the information here is a good place to begin understanding your interactions with other people. I just want to make it clear that single sign comparisons like this are not the full story. You might meet a Libra who you get along with great because everything else in your charts lines up beautifully. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for listening. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, share it with your friends and loved ones, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much to everyone who is already subscribed. It means a lot to me to have you on board.